place now. So, good morning and welcome to... I got that in the right place. To Thursday morning's adapted yoga class. This class is for people who have got high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems, and I will adapt it as such. I will start off doing a full version, and then I'll show you an adapted version, and even onto a chair. So it's up to you to choose wherever you want. If you find the position that you like, stay with that. Don't follow me because I will be adapting and adapting and adapting. So do what you want. Hold things for about 3 to 5 breaths, depending on how long your breaths are. And if you feel any pain at any time, please stop. Come out of the position if it's not right for you. Make sure you've got enough room around you that you're not going to hit anything. And we're going to just bring ourselves to standing. So this is probably our hardest breathing exercise, which is just to watch our breath. Not to change it, not to bring it in certain ways, but just to see how we breathe naturally. So you're going to turn your palms to face forward, bring your shoulders down, tuck your chin in. Try to relax your stomach muscles, relax your pelvic floor, so that everything is just breathing. If you find that when you've relaxed all these, if you close your eyes, you'll wobble, then just let your eyes look towards the floor so that they're half closed. And then we're just watching where the breath comes in. We're not adjusting it. We're not criticising. If other thoughts come to our head, we just acknowledge them and we ask them to go away, come back later. If you need to focus on something, then say a prayer or say a word over and over again. So we're going to bring our head into a forward bend, but we're going to bring our hands together, push our hands towards the floor and tuck our chin down. Hold it here. Draw them shoulders forward a little more so that you feel that stretch right through the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders. Now remember, you can do this standing or you can sit down on a chair and do it. And release. So we're going to take the hands behind our back. Same thing, we're pushing them down, pulling the shoulder blades together, lifting the head up. We're not pushing the back, we're just pulling the shoulders back, lifting that chin to the ceiling. And bring the chin back down. So we're going to take the ear towards our shoulder, but the other hand we're going to push it towards the floor. So we're tucking our ear over, we're pushing the other hand down so that we'll feel that stretch a bit more through the shoulder. And then bringing it back up. So let's try the other side. So pushing the hand towards the floor, tucking the chin in, bring the ear towards the shoulder. And bringing it back up. So we're going to take our arm, thumbs up behind our body. We're going to try and grab hold of the hand and we're pushing it forward. Now whichever hand we're pulling, we're looking over that shoulder, but we're pulling the hand to the side. And bring it back in, and let's change sides. So thumb goes up, but it goes behind our back, and we're trying to pull the hand forward. Then we're looking over that shoulder. And bring it back to centre. So we're going to work our shoulders. Now we can move the arms round in a circle, but if that feels too much, you can just bring the elbows in and keep them quite close together. So it's up to you, big circles or little circles, just trying to work them shoulders out. And then we're taking them in the opposite direction. And bring them down. We're going to take it into our forward bend now. You can raise the arms above your head, or you can have the hands on your hips. And remember, if you're on the chair, you can be on the chair. If you've got blood pressure problems, then you're only going to go halfway down, keeping that back nice and straight, not letting the head drop. If you haven't, then you can take the body all the way down. I'm going to drop the finger. So again, if you've got a chair, if you wanted, you could use the chair to rest on, but I'm not going to use the chair. So the arms are raised above your head or on your waist. You're going to breathe out and take your body down. So remember, I'm staying as if I've got back problems. Now if you've got back problems, you might find that as you go back, you want to bend the knees, because otherwise the back will go, and that's okay. You can bend them knees if you need to. We're going to breathe in to come back up. Straighten the legs. So let's go again. Breathe out. Going forward, trying to pull the belly in. Keep that back straight. Take the head down as far as you can go, as long as you haven't got blood pressure problems or back problems. And then breathing in, lifted back up. So we're going to do the same thing going back. I'm going to place my hands on my bum. Keep the chin tucked in. Push the hips forward. Pull the shoulder blades and pull the elbows together. Now if you've got low blood pressure, you may find that the going backwards is actually worse for you than going forwards. So make sure that it's not the head you're dropping back. You're keeping the chin tucked in. Breathe out to bring it back up. Let's try one more. If you want, you can always take them arms away so that this makes it a little bit harder, but remember I'm staying here. Let's breathe in, push back. And breathe out, bring it back. I think we did 3 going forward, so let's do another one going back. Here we go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bringing it back down. Oops. Bringing the hands under the hips, but again, you can lift them above your head if you want, but remember your blood pressure will raise. So we're going over to the side. We're breathing out and tilting to the side. We're breathing in, coming back up. Breathe out, go to the other side. Breathe in, come back up. So remember, you can have the hands down, you can have the hands up. I'm going to drop the hands this time. Breathe out, reaching over towards the knee, keeping that shoulder pulling back, making sure the head's in. Breathe in, lift up. So again, we don't want to let the head just drop to the side. We want to make sure we've got control. Breathing out, feeling the stretch. Breathing in to come in, and let's do one more on each side. And bringing it up. So we're going to do a turn. Again, I'm placing my hands here, but you can raise them. You can have them out here. It depends on where you want your arms. We're going to keep the feet forward and breathe out, look over our shoulder. Breathe in, bring ourselves back to centre. Breathe out, let's go to the other side. But we want the muscles to do the work, not the shoulders. Breathe out, come back. So again, if I drop my hands, breathe out, twist. Use them muscles. Think of them muscles pulling all the way around. Breathe out, pull yourself back. Let's go the other side. Pull round. Pull back. Last one. Pull round. Pull back. And on this side, pull. And then back. Lovely. So we're taking it down. Oh no, we're going to do our chest. Oh, I'm doing a chest rest. Yes. So we're going to take our hands behind. We're going to step 1 foot forward. Pull the shoulders back, lift the arms up, reach down towards that leg. So again, depending on where your blood pressure is, you wouldn't go very far. If you haven't got blood pressure, you can go down a bit further. Breathe in, come back up. Let's change sides. So pull the shoulder blades together. So you're trying to get them as close together as possible. Lift the chin, breathe out. Stepping the left foot forward. And breathe in, coming back up. Let's try one more. So again, step the foot forward. Pull the shoulders back. Breathe out, take it forward. Breathe in, lifting back up. And we'll do one more. And bring it back in. So we're going to do a leg swing now. If you need to, hold on to your chair, hold on to a wall so you don't fall off. If you're sitting on a chair, then you're not going to be able to do a leg swing as such. You're just going to bring your foot up into tree pose and bend the knee so that you're working there. Now, if you're holding your chair, make sure that it's the foot opposite that's doing the work, not the foot by the chair. So if you're holding on here, you're bringing the foot backwards and forwards. And this is just working them hips. And then we're going to bring it across the body and out to the side. Now remember, if you've got a hip replacement, you'd only come to your leg. You wouldn't go across. As long as you haven't got hip replacements, then you're fine. We're going to take this into tree pose. So you can have it against the side of the foot, just pushing them knees out. You can bend the knee, bring it up a little bit higher. It's up to you where you want it to be, but keep pushing that knee out. If you can let go of the chair, you can bring your hands to prayer. Lovely. Oh, perfect. Bravo. And then bringing it down, undo the leg, and change sides if you need to. So again, foot forwards and backwards. And then across the body and out to the side. And then bringing that foot up, placing it anywhere it wants to go. Into tree pose or a figure four. And then bringing it off, bringing it down. Lovely. So we're going to take it up onto our feet, onto our tiptoes. So again, the chair's there if you need to. Now it will say to you, bring your feet together, but women have got quite wide hips, so it may be better to keep your legs in line with your hips. It may for more for stability. It's up to you how you prefer to do it. Remember that chair's there. Take the palms, turn the palms backwards. You're going to push the hands backwards. So the palms are going back and you're going to push them backwards, lifting the shoulder blades up. Find a spot, pulling your pelvic floor, pulling your abdominals, shoulders back and down. Now breathe in, come up onto your tiptoes, push them hands backwards. as if you're about to fly. And then bringing it back down. So you carry on, you're going to do one more of those. If you're on a chair, then you're just lifting your toes up and pushing the heels. You can still do the arms going back, reaching the chest forward. And bringing it back down. Lovely. So we're going to go into our sun salutation. I'm going to do my first one on the mat, with the chair, and then the second one I'll take it down to the mat and I'll put my knees down. Do whatever feels better for you. If you're not sure, just stay with me. So we'll start with in mountain pose, having the feet in line with the knees, the knees in line with the hips. Lift the toes, engage the front thighs, squeeze the inside thigh, squeeze the bum and the back thigh, then the side thigh will come in. Pull in the pelvic floor, pull in the abdominals, bring the shoulders back and down, bring the hands to prayer, push them together, tuck the chin in. Close the eyes if you can. Think about what you want. So we're going to breathe in, lifting the arms up, stretching back a little. Breathe out. If you need to, you can bend the knees to bring the hands down into a forward bend. Again, keeping that head and neck in line if you've got blood pressure. Bending the knees to protect that lower back. Breathe in, straighten the legs, pull the shoulders back, look forward into a half bend. We're going to bend the knees again and step back with our right foot. Pushing into that front knee. Lifting the shoulders, pulling back. Now you can stay here, you can lift the arms up, you can have them on the hips. Anywhere that you feel you can so that you can stretch that psoas muscle. Bring the hands back down. Step back to down dog. Let the hands drop. Or let the chest drop, sorry. I've got the hands up. Come up onto your tiptoes. Roll forward so that you'll come into plank. Pushing them heels back. Pulling the shoulder blades apart. Elbows facing forward. Drop the hips. Pull the shoulders back. Look up to cobra. Push back when you need to down dog. Lift the left foot in the air. Twist a little to the side. Pull it into the chest, look forward and step it down. Pull the shoulders back, push it. Remember, it's up to you where you come to. Take the hands down, step in into a forward bend. Bend the knees, lift the head, stretch the arms up, breathe in. Here we go again. Breathe out, bringing the hands down. Breathe in, coming into a half bend, trying to stretch the backs of them knees. Doesn't matter if the hands lift. Breathe out. Step back. Remember, you can have that knee down. You can lift up to here. You can lift up to here. Step back to down dog. Pushing into the fingertips, trying not to collapse into the wrists. Come up onto the tiptoes, roll forward. Pull the stomach muscles in, shoulders apart, elbows facing forward. Bend them back. Lift up. Shoulders down, making sure they're not coming up. It's more important that the shoulders are away from the ears. Push back to down dog. Lift the right foot up and twist a little. Bring it into the chest, step it forward. Again, lift to wherever you want. You can always try lifting that back leg if you wanted, but you don't have to. Push back, step in, lift the head, breathe in, lifting up, and breathe out, bringing it back down. Lovely. So we're going to take it into bent leg triangle. So the full version. You can have a block if you want, but we're just going to first, from turning the foot out, having the hands here on the hips or in line with the shoulders, thumbs up, you're just going to bend the knee in and out. So you're going to do 4 bends before you bring the elbow down. You can have the top hand behind your back and pulling back. You can have the thumbs up, lift it up and over your head. So you can be there. If you're on the chair, same sort of thing. You're taking the feet apart. One foot is pointing forward, one foot's pointing out. You're just leaning down. The hand either goes behind the back or it can go thumbs up to lift up. If you wanted, you could try and stretch down towards the floor or towards a block. Whatever feels easier for you. When you're coming out, you want to keep the knee bent and you're bringing yourself up. And then you're pushing your leg straight. Lovely. So if you're on a chair, you're staying there. I'm coming back up. So let's do the other side. Taking the foot out. Changing sides. So I'm keeping my hands on my hips. So we're bending that front knee. And we're pulling out. Breathing out, breathing in. We're just getting that leg ready. So the knee knows we're going to do something with it. So the next one, we're going to keep it here. We're going to bring the elbow down. Take the other hand either behind the back, pull the elbow back so we're looking up to the ceiling. We can lift it up and over our head if we want to. I'm keeping it down because again, blood pressure problems. And people will just follow me instead of thinking about their blood pressure. So we're going to keep the knee where it is. We're going to lift ourselves back up. And then we're going to push this knee back. We're going to bring it in. Let's try one more. Always better the second time. So this time we are going down if you want to. So bending the knee. Breathe out. We're going to hold it now. Take the hand down. Turn and look if you can up to the ceiling, if not then look forward. See if you could drop that hand to a block, to the floor if you've got it. You can lift that top arm if you want. I'm keeping mine down. I'm using it to pull me back so I don't roll forward. And then we're going to breathe in to lift. And then push the knee back. Let's grab that, bring it round to the other side. Turn the foot out. Keep the hips pulling back. Bend that knee, push in, breathe out, breathe in. You're going to hold it now. Take the arm down, take the other hand behind the back, stretch the chest up towards the ceiling. Drop the hand if you want to. If you don't want to, don't worry. Keep it exactly where it is. Push into that front knee if you can. But make sure it's not coming over the toes. The arm at the front of the body should be pushing that knee back in case it wants to roll forward. You can use the elbow to push the knee back in line with the foot. With this you'll feel all the hips, the waist, everything get a nice stretch. So we're going to lift ourselves up. Then we're going to push the knee back, bringing it back in. So we're going to take it into our twisted. So with this, the same thing, we're turning the foot out, we're turning ourselves round, and we're going to again move into it. So we'll bend the knee, bring the opposite hand round to go on, the other hand goes round the back. We can twist ourselves back out. So we're keeping the knee where it is. So we're breathing out and we're twisting in. We're breathing out. We're coming out. Oh, breathing in, sorry, wrong way. So breathe out, twist. Breathe in, come out. Okay, I'm going to bring that up so that you can see my arms better rather than my feet. You know what the feet are doing. So with the arms, we're bending the knee stays bent. We're breathing out and we're rotating round. We're breathing in. We're coming back out. So 4 on one side and 4 on the other. And it'd be the same if you're seated. If you're on a chair, you'll still have that one leg out, that one leg bent. You can still twist in and twist out. Again, with back problems, think about what's happening in your lower back. If anything doesn't feel right, don't do it. Okay, stick with the first one. So breathing out and twisting. So we're going to try the other side. So again, turning the foot out, bend the knee, breathing out, bringing the hand round to the front, round to the back, breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, breathing in. 2 more. Straighten that front leg, turn it in. Let's try one more each side, 4 times each side. Turn the foot out. Bend the knee, rotate the body. Breathe in to lift up. So if you get lower, you can always put that block down. So you can bring your hand to the block as you lift. Bring the block behind the leg, behind the foot. It'll get you to twist a bit more. And then let's bring it back up. Changing feet, placing that block behind the foot. Bending the knee. Rotate. Breathing in. Last one, I think. And push back. Bring the foot in, bring the arms down. Bring your legs in, give your legs a little shake. So we're going to take it into chair pose. Now you can do this from the chair. So I'm just going to bring it up. So again. Now again with the arms can be here and you can pull the shoulder blades back, or they can be lifted if you haven't got blood pressure problems, and again you're pulling the shoulder blades towards each other. I'll take it back down so you can see the legs. Now the hands can be on the hips as well. You're having the knees in line with the feet. You're tilting the pelvis and sitting down into an imaginary chair, squeezing that stomach muscle in, pulling them shoulder blades, hands on the air if you want. About 4 breaths. If you're on a chair, then from here, you hold yourself sort of there. You can always sit down when you feel you need to, but you're trying to stand and then sit down. Okay, so you don't have to hold it too long if you're sitting on a chair, or just trying if you want to use the chair as well. So here we go. We're going to hold it for about 5 breaths. So I'm going to keep my hands on my hips, tilting the pelvis back. Imagine sitting down into an imaginary chair, tucking the chin in, keeping the shins in line with the body. So my arms are hanging down. I can have them on my hips. Pull the shoulders back. Hold it here. And then we're going to push and push our bum slightly forward. Let's go again. So sitting back, tilting the pelvis, bringing the body down, tucking the chin in, pulling the shoulder blades together. This is great for your stomach, your thighs, your lower back. Works everywhere. And then let's push ourselves back up. So from here, apart from if you're on the chair, if you're on the floor, you're just going to come up onto your tiptoes. And then bringing it back down. We're going to take it into dancer's pose. So if you've got a band, you may want the band. You may want to hold onto a wall. You may want to hold onto the chair. You're grabbing your band. Now you're pointing your toe and you're pulling the leg backwards. I'm going to change that and bring it up. So with this, you're pointing the toe and grabbing hold there. But like I said, if you need to, grab an elastic round it. Push the foot away. Let the shoulder pull back. If you can, you're lifting the arm above your head and reaching back. Normally I get you to look forward or down to the floor, but this time I'm going to see if you can look up. But again, if you find you're wobbly, hold on to the chair or the wall. So holding that. If you're on a chair, you're sitting down, you're turning sideways on your chair, making sure one of your bum cheeks is off. The same thing, you can have a band, grabbing hold, dropping the knee, pulling it back. So it doesn't matter if you're on a chair or you're standing up, you're still trying to pull that arm and that shoulder back. So if you need to, try the other side. Finding your spot. Lifting the arm, pushing back, look up if you can. Shouldn't have tried it this way, I'm right in this one. And then let's bring it down. And we're going to try one more on each side. So finding our spot, pointing our toe, pushing our toe back, looking up. Beautiful. And bringing it down, let's change feet one last time. And bringing it back down. Lovely. Give yourself a little shake. So we're going to take ourselves to the floor. So you can bring yourself down into a forward bend, step back, come down to your knees, roll back to child. If you've got a chair and you've got knee problems, get a cushion. Remember which side is your bad knee, which side is your good knee. If it's your bad knee, you're going to come down onto your good knee, then roll yourself onto the floor. And you do the same thing to get out. Get the pillow, get the chair, even if you have to squidge round on your bum to get them. Put the pillow down, get your good knee, put your good knee on, hands on the chair, your bad foot lifting up. Lift, bring yourself up to the chair, and then lift yourself up from there. If you can't get to the floor, stay here. Again, I will show you the same things but on a chair. Similar to what we've already done on the chair. Now, we're going into gate pose. So again, you may need a pillow so that you can put, if you've got knee problems, you can place your knees on the pillow. You're taking the one foot out to the side, turning the toes up and placing them flat down. From here, you're stretching down the side. You can lift the arm up and bring it over. And hold yourself there for about 5 breaths, change sides. Now, if that's too much and the knees are too bad, where you can get to the floor, bring your foot in so that it's that way. Let the pillow rest your knee on. And again, if that's too much you can always stick it out to the side. And the same thing, you're reaching over. That's it, lovely. And then bringing it back up. Bringing the knees, so if you're coming from here, you're bringing the toe up, bending it in, bringing the leg in. Changing sides, take it out, point it up, place it down, reach over. Try to make sure you're not rolling forward, that you're leaning back. If you have to bend the knees to get the foot down, that's fine as well. Now if you're on a chair, same sort of thing. You don't have to take the foot out if you don't want to. You're just leaning over to the side, reaching over. So that was stretching that lower back. And lifting it up, bringing it in. Let's try one more. Reaching over, bringing the arm up. And remember, it can be any position you want, up on your knee or down. Doesn't matter, all of them are the exact same, just working it from a slightly different perspective. And lifting, lift the foot, and let's try the other side. You'll feel this works a bit more on the inside of the thighs, so it's all around here and the back of the knee as well, rather than being flat down. And lifting, bringing it back in. So we're sitting ourselves down. You may need a band for this one. We're going into cow face. So again, we'll start quite easy, and again, I'll show you a version on the chair in a sec. You're going to start by bringing the outside edge of your foot and just placing it on the other side of your leg. Now this leg can stay there if it has to. If you can, you're going to try and turn it and bring it around the bum cheek. So you're lifting it up and curling it in, but you don't want your bum cheek sitting on the heel. You want to make sure that your bum cheek is hanging. So it may be that you've got a bit of a lift, and again, if you have, you might find that if you stick a pillow or a cushion under that lift to try and even out the hips. Or, in fact, the other side, sorry. Not that side, the other side. So that you're lifting up so that the hips stay nice and even. Now, if you feel that you can't get that bottom leg in, it doesn't have to go anywhere. And if you're sitting on a chair, you may find just crossing your legs will be fine enough. Now, the lead that's up in the air, it's the opposite hand, thumbs down, is going to tap you. I'm going to spin round. So the opposite hand is going to tap you on the back. The other hand is going thumbs down, it comes in and it comes into here. Now if you haven't got a rope, you just keep your hands, one pressing flat, one flat out, and you're pulling the elbows back. If you've got a rope or elastic, anything will do. Bring it down from the top one, bring that top hand in, hold it here, pull out. Then you can work your hands all the way up towards each other. But you're pulling the arms back. And again, this is the same on the chair. Then try and look up, pulling them elbows back, thinking about getting the shoulder blades to touch. Then we're going to release and bring our arms down. First thing we're going to do is release that leg underneath, if it's there, and then we take the top leg off. That way it makes it easier to remember which leg we've just done. We can put it down, bring that knee up so we know we've got to put that on the other side now. If you're on a chair, like I said, you may find that just crossing your legs is enough. Doing the same thing. Or if you wanted, you could always sit backwards on a chair this way so that you work the inside of your thighs. And that way you can get your hands in a little bit easier. But again, your choice. So again, from here, we're tucking that foot in. We're tucking the other foot back under. The knee that's up in the air is the opposite hand that touches our back. The other hand goes thumbs down, comes in. We're using rope if we want to. We pull our elbows back, we look up. And we're undoing that bottom leg, undoing the top. So we're going to do the legs again, but we're going to do a cow leg and an eagle arm. So we're bringing the foot in if it can go. Don't worry if it can't. Now we're going to eagle arm. So we've pulled our shoulder blades together, now we're going to pull our shoulder blades out. You're going to bring, if you have to, you can just pull the right hand, thumbs up, above the elbow, pulling it across. So you'll feel, even if you don't, if this is all you can do, you'll feel that shoulder blade pull out. If you can, you slide the left arm underneath the left elbow and see if you can bring that bottom hand to turn round and see if you can grab hold. Now, if you can't, at any point you stop. You're then going to lift the arms up. So even if you're here, you're lifting up as long as the elbows are on top of each other. And you'll feel the shoulders. You want to pull the shoulders round towards the front so that you feel the shoulder blades open and lift off the rib cage at the back. If you think you can, think about breathing into the space that leaves in the shoulder blades. And then bring the arms down, undo them. So again, we're taking that bottom leg out first. Then we're moving that knee, and as we slide that one down, we slide that one up. So we remember, bring it over. Now, like I said, even if this is the only thing you can do, your ankles, knees, hips are being worked in this. So you're always doing one side at a time. Now it's the left leg on top. It's the left hand you're going to pull across. And like I said, you can stay here. You don't have to go any further. Or you can bring it under and bring it into eagle and lift up, pulling them shoulders forward. Breathe into the space that's left. It's the upper part of your back, the upper part of your lungs. bring it down. Take that bottom leg out. Now we're going to go into twist. So bring that leg up, bring it across, just place it there. Keep that bottom foot out. Reach the hands round, lift the arm up, bring it round the back and pull. Have a look over the back shoulder. You can bring that arm in, you can. You're sitting on a chair, it's just a twist to the side. And then we're going to bring it all the way round, place our hand on the other side and just bend forward. Let's stay here, breathe in, lift. Rotate, see if you can bring the elbow down and the hand to the back. And again, push it. Let's lift and go one more over to that side. Place the hands down and bend the head. Bring it back up, bring it back to centre. Let's do one more on each side, that's the other side. So bringing the foot in, grabbing hold, bringing the hand round the back, turn and have a look over the back. Feel that pull through the hip. And bringing it round, take the hands down, bend the head, let the head drop, feel that nice stretch through the shoulders. Breathing in, lift. Try and bring the elbow down and the hand right round to the back. And you'll find as soon as you bring the elbow, it just increases that stretch a little bit more. And let's lift and bring the hands down. Bow the head. Bringing them back up. Lovely, undo that. So we're going to take ourselves down to our relaxation. Remember, if you've got a blanket or anything, put that over you. Let your body roll down. Turn the palms over, tuck the chin in, make sure it feels nice and long. If you're going to keep the knees bent because you've got pains in your back, make sure that they come together, make sure the back's flat. or you can drop the legs down. And again, if you don't want your hands flat down, you can always place your hands on your chest and your lower abdomen. And again, all I want you to do is think about where you're naturally breathing. Not changing it. Just trying to keep it perfectly the way it is. So following the breath as it comes in through the nose or the mouth. Feeling it go down the back of the throat. Feeling it go into the lungs. And just seeing what part of the lungs it goes into. Don't judge, don't criticise, don't worry. As you're breathing out, can you feel the air coming back up through the back of the throat? Where does it pass out? Does it pass out through the mouth or the nose? As it enters the body, is it warm or cold? Is it dry or moist? Do you breathe in the same amount of time as it takes you to breathe out? Do you hold the breath at any time? As you breathe in, what's your thought process? How do you feel? As you breathe out again, what's the thoughts in your head? How do you feel? Does it make you happy or sad? Anxious or relaxed? Is there any tension through the body as you're breathing in and breathing out? If there's tension, in what area of the body is the tension? Can you equate that tension to anything in particular? Can you breathe into that tension? If you can, see if you can make your out breath a little bit longer than your in breath. can, how does that help any of that tension area? How does that help the joints? How does it make the body feel? Breathe out a little bit longer. We're going to think about how we're feeling now. Now just taking 5 minutes just to concentrate on our breathing. Think about any parts of our body that are a bit tense. Try and relax them with our breath. That made us feel a little bit better. A little bit more relaxed. A little bit more distressed. So we're going to start to wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes. Move our wrists and move our ankles. Move our knees. Move our elbows. And our hips and our shoulders. Our stomach and our back. Our chest and our upper back. Our neck and our head. Take your arms above your head and stretch your legs out if they're bent. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax. Big breath in again, reaching one arm and then the other arm. And then breathe out. Pull the knees up towards the chest. And roll the legs round in a circle. And then we're taking it in the opposite direction. We're going to roll ourselves over onto our side. And we're just going to lie here and just think, oh, how do I feel? Is everything okay? Does my head feel okay? My body feel okay? Do I want to get up? Remember, you're at home. Throw a blanket over you. Stay here all day if you want to. Completely up to you. But if you want to, you can then sit yourself up when you're ready. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn the cameras off. Bye bye, Insta.